now we're just seeing Aston Villa versus Stoke in '07, and he flicks it in, and it's a pretty sick goal. I like it, and I like his little run around. Go ahead, stop it right there. I thought it was a pretty sick goal, and that's my team, Aston Villa Football Club. If you don't know me, I love soccer, and I love everything about soccer. Today, I would like to introduce you to my team, and like how people religiously follow football, the Lakers, the Angels. I religiously follow Aston Villa Football Club. I've been watching this team, blogging about this team, crying for this team for the last 3 years, so I think I have some knowledge on it, and I'd like to present with you. It's going to relate to a lot of you guys because a lot of you guys love sports, and I think this is just another aspect of the sporting world that a lot of Americans don't get to see, because we just don't get the channels, and we don't watch soccer. A lot of us might think it's boring, but I love it, so I'm going to try and introduce you, and maybe you guys will like it. At the beginning of time, alright, maybe not the beginning of time, but at the beginning of soccer time, which is going to start around the late 1800s, about the 1860s when soccer started. I'm going to give you a quick slide through of the history of it, the present and the future. Should have put that before that last sentence. So to start out, I'm going to give you the quick past, the base idea of Aston Villa's proud history. Aston Villa is one of the oldest football clubs in the world. It was founded in March of 1874, as cited from the Complete Book of Soccer. Go ahead and go to a new slide. A lot of people contribute a proud history with winnings, and they're also one of the top trophy clubs in all of England. They've won the league 5 times, the League Cup winner 5 times, so the FA Cup winner 7 times. They're a 7-time first place league finisher, and they've also won the European Cup and the European Super Cup. And for those who don't know, cups go at the same time as league, so they kind of overlap each other. So to do multiple cups at one time is very competitive, and at one time you could be competing in as much as 3 cups and the league. So it can be very strenuous and can continue over to about 60 games a season. They're also one of only 4 English teams to ever win the League Cup, the other 3 being Nottingham Forest, Manchester United, and Liverpool. Those are all cited from my sites of Villains and the Complete Book of Soccer and the official Premier League site. They're also one of the first teams to be introduced into the soccer world by league. They were in the first football league, which contained 12 teams in 1888. It was founded. It was also the first league to be founded ever for soccer. Like all teams, though, Villa has their ups and downs, and they've been relegated more than once down to a lower league, but they always jump right back up to the top of the league. When we move forward into 2006, Aston Villa's longtime reigning chairman Doug Ellis finally sold the club for £62.6 million to American Randy Lerner, who also owns the Cleveland Browns. He's here on the left, my left, or your left, and that's cited from the Premier League official site. As soon as Lerner took charge, he dismissed the whole board, and he appointed Martin O'Neill, the guy with all the trophies, who had a great past. He had won many trophies in a 5-year reign at Celtic, and won many trophies at Lancaster a few years before that. As you can see right there, those are just 3 trophies he won in 1 year, including the Scottish Cup and the Scottish League Cup. Martin O'Neill took Villa from a 16th place finish in the league to a 6th from a 16th to an 11th to a 6th place in 3 years, and in the last 3 years he's finished 6th place, which is pretty good, being in the top of this league in the world. Another current strong point is Villa's youth program. It's probably one of the best in England, and it helps promote their current team, which out of the 11 starting players, 8 of them are all homegrown. They're all British-based talent. and that's a big issue nowadays because they're having concepts of reducing the amount of foreign players you can have in a team to 5 or 6. They say that they want to promote homegrown talent, so Aston Villa is already doing it. Another thing they did recently was they gave away their sponsorship to a children's hospice, which is a children's hospital. As you see on my jersey, it's called Acorns, and it's based out of Birmingham, England. And what they do is they take kids that have problems that their parents have to watch them all the time, and they give them a place to go so the parents can get a rest. So one day a week, the parents can go out and have time for themselves. And so they've been doing that for the last 2 years, and they've signed an agreement, as stated by the official Premier League site and blogging sites that I read, that they're going to try and do this for 5 years, and after that, they're still going to continue to have a long-standing relationship with Acorns. And with all positives around the club future looks so bright. To go into the future, the partnership of Randy Lerner and Martin O'Neill is helping propel Villa into the best run it's had since the early 90s. Lerner has devoted a lot of time and money to the club, and his future project exposed expansion to Villa Park Stadium, which is coming up right here. It's going to expand the capacity from 42,000 to just over the 50,000 mark, making it one of the top stadiums in all of England. They're going to fill in, I believe it's these 2 corners right here, and they're proposed to try and get this one as well. And because top-notch stadiums can hold 50, 60, 70, or like the new Wembley Stadium, 90 plus, they're going to try and help raise the quota on that. Lerner's also been quoted as saying he's 100% behind Martin O'Neill, and is willing to give plenty of money at each transfer window to help him propel the team to new heights. With the positive improvements on each season, it's easy to see why many fans want the Lerner-O'Neill partnership to continue for many years. Now that I've introduced you to Aston Villa, its past, its present, and its future, I hope you understand even a little why I love this club. I hope the next time you're skipping through the ESPN channels and come across Villa or any game, that you won't sigh and change the channel because you think it's boring, but you'll actually get a little interested and try to hold out for the whole game and try and see some positives in the game. Thank you.
I should have been reminding people, Brittany, you were supposed to do the written evaluation. Hopefully you knew that. Ashley is supposed to do the oral evaluation.
Thought you did a great job. Good eye contact, good speaking voice. You seem to really be familiar with the subject. You had good, frequent, complete citations for everything. Thought that was a good job. The cup was thoroughly explained, kind of made sense to me. Let's see. It seemed like a lot of information. It was a little hard to condense into things that were, a little easier to understand. But the transition from the cup to the okay, that was just a little choppy. I didn't realize where you were going with that. The visuals you didn't really explain, but it was good to put a face to the name. And then also the Villa Park, it was very useful to see where they were adding them. And overall, I thought you did a good job. Great.
All right. I thought your thesis was clearly stated. You had good personal justification. The video clip's okay as an attention device. I guess it would have a little bit more excitement to it if we had the sound also, and that's just one of those planning things that, like I talked about before on the visuals, there's always some complication that pops in there. I'd agree you did a good job citing your supporting material, and I thought that the visuals are integrated into the speech pretty well. For the most part, you're using them as just identification. The one thing that has an explanation on it is the stadium info.